Good day everyone. So this video is all about solving integrals. So the first equation is the integral of 10x raised to the power of negative cube plus 12x raised to the power of negative 9 plus 4x cube dx. So the first thing that we need to do is to look for something that we can rewrite. But if there's nothing to be rewrite, just add 1 at the exponent, then copy that exponent and over it to that term and make it the denominator. So it will be 10x raised to the power of negative 1 plus 1 over negative 3 plus 1 plus 12x 12x minus negative 9 plus 1 over negative 9 plus 1 plus 4x raised to the power of 3 plus 1 plus over 3 plus 1, then plus c because we are integrating it. So the next one is we're going to calculate it. 10x raised to the power of negative 2 over negative 2 plus 12x raised to the power of 8 plus over negative 8 plus 4x raised to the power of 4 raised to the power of 4 over 4, then don't forget the plus c. So now we're going to simplify it to get the final answer. So the final answer is negative 5x raised to the power of negative 2. Then since we can still simplify the 12 over 8, so it will become negative 3 halves x raised to the power of 8 plus x raised to the power of 4 plus c. The second equation is the integral of 3 square root of x plus 10 fifth square root of x cubed dx. So now we're going to rewrite it. So we're still rewriting, so just copy the integral sign. So it will become x raised to the power of 1/3 plus 10 x raised to the power of 3/5 then dx. So now we're going to apply the integration. So we're going to plus 1. So x 1/3 plus 3/3 because just you have to add 1 to the fraction. So over 1/3 plus 3/3 plus 10x 3/5 over 5/5 over 3/5 plus 5/5 plus c. So next we're going to compute it. So it will be x raised to the power of 4/3 over 4/3 plus 10 raised to the power of 8/5 over 8/5 plus c. So now we can simplify it to get the final answer. So we have to simplify it by, so it will become so you have to multiply the denominator to the numerator. So it will become 3/4 over 3/4 x raised to the power of 4/3 plus 50 over 8 x raised to the power of 8/5 plus c. And then we can still simplify it, so it will become 3/4 x raised to the power of 4/3 plus 25 over 4 x raised to the power of 8/5 plus c, and that's our final answer. So the third equation is the integral of 7 over 3x raised to the power of 6 plus 1 over x raised to the power of 10 minus 2 over the square root of 3 square root of x raised to the power of 4 dx. So now we're going to rewrite it. So it will become integral of 7x raised to the power of negative 6 over 3 plus x raised to the power of negative 10 minus 2 raised to the power of 4/3 dx. And then we're going to to add 1 at each exponent. So it will be 7x raised to the power of negative 6 plus 1 over 3 times negative 6 plus 1 plus x raised to the power of 10 plus 1, negative 10 plus 1 over negative 10 plus 1 minus negative 2x raised to the power of negative 4 thirds plus 3 thirds over negative 4 thirds plus 3 thirds, then plus c, because we are integrating. So then calculate it. It will be 7x raised to the power of negative 5 over 3 times negative 5 plus x raised to the power of negative 9 over negative 9. Then minus and minus will become positive, so plus 2x raised to the power of 1 thirds over negative 1 thirds plus c. So we're now going to, since there's still something that we can multiply, so we're going to multiply the 3 and the negative 5. So it will be 7 over negative 15 x raised to the power of negative 5 plus 1 over negative 9 x raised to the power of 9 negative 9 plus 6x raised to the power of 1 thirds plus c, and that's our final answer. So the next equation is the integral of x raised to the power of 8 minus 6x raised to the power of 5 plus 4x cubed minus 2 all over x raised to the power of 4 dx. So we're simply going to distribute the denominator to each term, so it will become integral of x raised to the power of 8 over x raised to the power of 4 minus 6x raised to 5 over x raised to 4 plus 4x cubed over x raised to the power of 4 minus 2x over x raised to the power of 4 dx. Then we can still simplify it, so still rewriting it. So the integral of x raised to the power of 4 minus 6x plus 4x over x minus 2x raised to the power of negative 4 dx. So now we can integrate it. So x raised to the power of 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 minus 6x 1 plus 1 raised to the power of 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. Then the integral of 4 over x is 4 ln of x minus, then the next term is 2x raised to the power of negative 4 plus 1 over negative 4 plus 1 plus c. And then we're going to calculate it. So it will be x raised to the power of 5 over 5 minus 6x cubed over 2 plus 4 ln x plus minus 2x raised to the power of negative cube over negative 3 plus c. Then simplify it, so we can get it as 1/5 over 1/5 x raised to the power of 5 minus 3x cubed plus 4 ln of x plus 2/3 plus 2/3 x raised to the power of negative cube plus c, and that's our final answer. So the fifth one is 2 cosine of x plus secant of x tan of x dx. So for this equation, we can use the trigonometric function. So it will become 2 sine of x minus seconds of x plus c. That's our answer. So our sixth equation is the integral of x cubed minus e raised to the power of negative x minus 4 over e raised to the power of negative x dx. So we're going to distribute the denominator to all of the terms in the numerator. So it will be still rewriting it, so it will become the integral of x cubed minus e raised to the power of negative x over e raised to the power of negative x, then minus 4x raised over e minus negative e raised to the power of negative x dx. So since the e raised to the power of negative x over e raised to the power of negative x is the same term, so we can just cancel out, so it will become 1. So the integral of x cubed plus minus 1 minus 4e raised to the power of x then dx. So we're going to integrate it, so x cubed plus 1 over 3 plus 1 minus x minus 4e raised to the power of x plus c. So we're going to compute it, so it will be x raised to 4 minus over 4 then minus x plus 4e raised to the power of x plus c, and then we can now get our final answer. So we just have to write it properly. So 1/4 x raised to the power of 4 minus x minus 4e raised to the power of x plus c, and that's our final answer. So the seventh equation is the integral of 6 over x cubed minus 2 over x dx. So we're going to rewrite it and then move the variable with exponent at the numerator, so it will become the integral of 6x raised to the power of negative cube minus 2 over x dx. So now we're going to integrate it, so 6x raised to the power of negative 3 plus 1 over negative 3 plus 1 minus 2. Again, the integration of 1 over x is ln x, so this time around, so it will become negative 2 ln of x plus c. Then simplify it, so calculate it, so it's going to be 6x raised to the power of negative 2 over negative 2 minus 2 ln of x plus c. So now we have to simplify it to get the final answer. So the final answer is negative 3x raised to the power of negative 2 minus 2 ln of x plus c. We're now at the substitution rule. So the first equation for the substitution rule of indefinite integrals is the integral of 5 quantity of x minus 4 then 3 the square root of x cubed minus 8x dx. So the first thing that we need to do is to identify the u, so we can substitute it. So the u of this equation is x squared minus 8x, then get its derivative, so the derivative of u is 2x minus 8 dx, and then the dx will be du over 2x minus 8. So we can now rewrite it, so the integral of quantity of z minus 4 3 square root of u du over 2x minus 8. So now we can transfer the denominator to anywhere, so we're going to transfer it to somewhere that we can cancel out. So we transfer it at the 5 quantity of z minus 4, so it will be 5 quantity of z minus 4 over 2z minus 8. Then now we can also rewrite the square root as u 1/3 then du. Now we're left with du, so now we're gonna find the factor of 2z minus 8, so we can cancel it out as together with the numerator. So the factor of 2x minus 8 is 2 quantity of x minus 4. So now we can rewrite it as the integral of 5 quantity of x minus 4 over 2 the quantity of x minus 4. So now we can cancel out the x minus 4, then still copy the u 1/3 du. Then after that we can now put the five halves outside, so we can start to so it will be it can be easy to integrate. So we're left with 5 halves, the integral of u 1/3 du. So now we're going to integrate it. 5 1/2 u 1/3 plus 3 halves minus u. So now we're going to integrate it. So we're 5 halves u 1/3 plus 3/3 over 1/3 plus 3/3 plus c. Then compute it. So 5 halves equal 5 halves u 4/3 over 4/3 plus c. And then since the denominator is fraction, so we have to multiply it its reciprocal at the denominator. So it will become 5 halves times 3/4 u raised to the power of 1/3 plus c. So it will become 15 over 8 u 4/3 plus c. So now to get the final answer, just substitute the u to its original equation. So 15 over 8 then the quantity of x squared minus 8x raised to the power of 4/3 plus c. So the next equation is the integral of the quantity of 7y minus 2y cube raised to the power, then e raised to the power of negative 4 minus 7y raised to the power of 2 dy. So again, we still have to get the u, and the u is the y raised to the power of negative 4 minus 7y raised to the power of 2. Then we have to get its derivative. So the derivative of it is 4y cubed minus 4y dy. Then we're going to get the dy. So the dy is equivalent to du over 4y cubed minus 14y. So now we can rewrite it. The integral of quantity of 7y minus 2y cubed e raised to the power of u, then du over 4y cubed minus 14y. So again, we can always move the denominator anywhere. So we're gonna move the denominator over here at the 7y minus negative 2y cubed. So it will be the integral of 7y minus 2y cubed over 4y cubed minus 14y eu, then du. So we're going to find the factor of 4y cubed minus 14y. So we can rewrite it as the integral of 7y minus 2y cubed over negative 2 quantity of 7y minus 2y cubed. So we can now cancel out the 7y minus 2y cubed. So we're left with 1 over negative 2 or negative 1/2. Then just copy the e raised to the power of u plus du. So now we're going to integrate it. We're going to put, so to integrate it, so 1/2 eu plus c, because the integration of eu is still eu and you cannot move it. So then to get the final answer, we're just going to substitute u as of its original equation. So it will be 1/2 u raised to the power of y raised to the power of 4 minus 7y cubed plus c, and that's our final answer. The last equation is the integral of secant squared of v, then e raised to the power of 1 plus tan of v dv. So again, we still have to find the u, and the u of this equation is 1 plus tan of v. Then we're going to get its derivative. Then the derivative of 1 plus tan v is secant squared v dv. So we don't need So we can now rewrite it. So the integral of e raised to the power of u du, then we're going to integrate it. So the integration of eu is still again itself, so eu plus c. Now the final answer is e raised to the power of 1 plus tan of v plus c, and that's our final answer.